Hello and welcome to the GenGAMEcast for Thursday, March 12th, 2015. I'm your host, Kevin O'Rourke, and today joining me on the podcast is...
George Fagar.
And remote via Skype...
Maybe the Sir Derp or whatever should have been underneath there.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Benny, I think. So we have quite the show planned. Hopefully it doesn't crash and burn.
Mostly because it's part two.
Yeah,
part two.
So last week, everything died and blew up, and we didn't have show 69, so this is episode 69.
I should
Thank you
clarify
for
what
watching.
happened. Show 69 just never got recorded.
It
It's
never
like it
got
never
recorded.
happened.
It never happened. So this is the redo. So let's get right into
I got
it.
to host a show.
Yeah, I know,
didn't get
and you did it.
recorded.
You did a terrible job, which is why I'm here to just clean up and
God.
we're wiping that away from the history books.
Damn it.
It's like it never happened.
You could
So-
check for it on Twitch.
We'll
it exists, I swear.
no, it doesn't.
All
I
right, it
looked.
doesn't exist.
So let's get into our first segment. We do this every week. We go over what we've been playing for the week. This is What Are You Playing? George, why don't you kick it off? What have you been playing this week?
I've been playing the same games I was playing last week. I was playing Hearthstone and League, but my League of Legends Smurf account is almost done with its promos. With its provisionals. I have 4 more games left, and then we'll see where I get placed. And Sam and Trevor will yell at me and say it's not a Smurf because I'm
It's an
probably
alt.
going to get placed in Plaid or whatever. But like, yeah, I guess it's an alt. Anyways, though, another game I've been playing now is a game. Trevor was streaming it last night. He was literally streaming it for about 2 minutes, and it's Cities Skylines on Steam. So he's streaming the game. It's 2 minutes in. He scrolls to the street view of the game, and I said to myself, "This looks better than SimCity," and purchased it. All he had to do was build one road and scroll to it, and I was like, "Yeah, you got it."
So
Steve."
if that was a trailer, you would have bought that. You would have been like day one.
Yeah, that was it for me. Yeah, I was like, all right, well,
Quickest
this
trailer
looks better
ever.
than SimCity, so purchased. And it's been pretty fun actually. And I plan on playing more this week, but I only played like an hour. But it was good, and I'd consider it probably better than SimCity already, and less broken. So that's good.
Very cool. Benny, what have you been up to?
Damn.
Yeah, no, it's been a boring week for me. Like I log in for 20 minutes to do WoW dailies, and that's pretty much it. And I don't know. I've been a little under the weather this week. I've been having trouble sleeping, trying to get my sleep schedule put together for new work and everything and like that. So, yeah,
Well, that's good.
it's been rough. Just stuff happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
most definitely does.
Right.
Stuff
It's
does happen.
it's a boring time for gaming right now. Honestly, there's
You heard it
hasn't
here
been
first,
much
ladies and gents.
So-
Stuff
Episode
does happen.
69.
Stuff
happens. Giggity.
stuff happens. That's quote of the
Stuff
week. Eric.
happens and
Like-
then it ends. So Sam, what have you been up to? Hopefully something a little more exciting than just stuff.
Let's see. Well, I've been playing Madden,
Whoa.
Assassin's Creed 4,
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh wow.
a little bit of League of Legends. I finished BioShock on stream. I'd been streaming BioShock 1. If I can figure out how to get it to work with OBS, I'm going to do BioShock 2 next.
You get BioShock Infinite for free.
I
I'm
already
sure you have it, but I'm just saying
yeah.
But you.
for anyone that is not Sam, you
Yeah.
can get it for free on Xbox 360.
Let's see.
Games of Gold.
I tried to play WoW. Benny was all like, "Hey, I want you to help me do some dungeons."
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I sat there waiting for 4 hours trying to kill time. And then after like 4 hours, she's like, "You know what? I don't really feel like doing anything anymore."
I felt like
So,
shit.
you know. Thanks, Benny. That was a productive 4 hours.
Sounds like wow, right?
Pretty much. That's just
yeah.
pretty much wow. Very productive.
Yeah, I mean just
Very
log in, stuff
productive.
happens.
Yeah. Stuff.
Bunch
Should
of
have
stuff.
been there like 4 years ago during Lich King era. I think that's all you did for raids. You wait for 2 hours for everyone to get together, and then you do an hour and a half of attempts, and then call it quits. Productive.
Sounds right. All right.
Awkward
Okay,
silence.
so maybe we'll see BioShock, BioShock 2 from you, Sam. That'd be super swell. I know,
I'm
I
maybe
have not
picking
played
up
that game,
Battlefield
so.
Hardline here at the house soon. So
Oh,
I
cool.
mean, that's the plan, is to do Bioshock
Hang
2
on,
next.
hang on. Who's dropping $60 on a worthless game?
I mean,
Yeah.
well, not me.
I do
but
that.
I
I do that
someone
pretty
here is
much.
gonna get it.
I do it pretty much
Yeah,
monthly.
George did that for,
so what
Destiny.
game? I do it for every game. Just any WoW expansion, anything really.
Did you get Trainer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Of
got,
course.
and I have DCU Online.
Oh, yeah, that was like a $400 excursion.
$200
Yeah.
I spent on DCU Online.
Man, you know it's free.
Yeah. I have a lifetime subscription. Don't worry.
Oh, well, that's good.
Don't even know how to sign. I don't even care yet. But so yeah, I'm down to waste
You
$60.
are Batman.
You let me know.
You log in and it's just Batman is in the game.
Uh,
It'd be pretty cool.
yeah, I guess so.
So myself,
Hey.
I have been playing Mass Effect 2. I don't know
I
why.
just don't. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
like halfway through. I just started playing it, so I played Mass Effect 2 and Age of Empires 2
Nice.
and Sanctum 2. So it's the trio of twos.
Okay.
And I played Age of Empires 2 on the Classic Gaming Trio Twitch channel,
Nice.
along with some other awesome folks. Blake from Zelda Dungeon was live streaming, so it's always a good time. I try to do that on Tuesdays.
Gotcha.
So if you're
Cool.
bored on a Tuesday, feel like watching some Age of Empires, I probably won't be there because I'm not there that often. But the off chance that you do see me, it's a lot of fun.
There are a lot of twos on this podcast. Spoiler alert for later on. But
There are a lot of twos.
yeah. So
One of which is our first discussion topic, which actually has nothing to do with twos.
no.
But we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. So this one, I'll open it up to the peanut gallery here. Games or game series that did not translate well to 3D. What is it? What do you think is the I don't know, the worst offender, I guess, of this?
the worst offender.
And then we'll agree and disagree, and maybe agree to disagree.
All right.
Series that they went to 3D and it's like they didn't do well, or for whatever reason.
Let's go with Benny and Sam first, or Benny, and
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and say Sonic is probably the worst. I've never enjoyed a 3D Sonic game.
Even Sonic
Adventure
Adventure
2
2.
Battle.
Sonic
No,
3D
I just
Blast,
don't
Benny. It's
enjoy
got
them at all.
blast processing.
really,
it's got
just-
blast in the
just
title.
love the side-scrolling Sonics and nothing. Okay,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
that's not bad. It's not a bad choice.
It just.
I mean,
it's
your
games that
opinion, yeah.
they
okay,
didn't
I
translate
played.
particularly well, so that's I could see that.
I played Sonic Adventure. Was it DX? I just didn't like it.
All right.
I don't know. I didn't play 2. You know.
I guess
I
you're
love the
not-
But
voice.
I've seen
movements
all
in
the
that
other
one.
ones,
It's just so
even up
bad.
till now. I'm just like, it
Yeah.
just doesn't look. It doesn't appeal to me
You're
at
not-
all.
you're not a fan of
See
the
no
Oli-
desire to play them.
You don't like the Olympic Games? That's not on your list of.
I like the Sonic racing game. That's pretty fun.
Yeah. All right. I mean,
Just not for your.
I guan guess
No,
you can
not
count
that one,
Smash,
with the
but it's
cars
more of a
The
2D
motorcycles
kind of.
and stuff.
Did you
play
play
style.
Racing Transformed?
Yeah,
That was actually a lot of fun.
yeah, it's a pretty good game. You can play it on iOS too, where it's not as much fun.
Sam, what about you?
RBI Baseball.
Thank you, Sam. That was a great choice.
I was not expecting that at all.
You're 100% right.
All right, everyone agrees.
RBI Baseball, you've won. That is terrible 3D. Fantastic in 2D.
Yeah,
So
no, that's
good.
just. And what's funny though is that it's not like all 3D baseball games translated poorly to that. It's just that series,
Just
just
that
did not,
one,
because
yeah.
it was
Yep.
just not.
Like Ken Griffey
Not
Jr.
enjoyable.
Baseball,
It was
fantastic.
good, yeah.
From 2D to
From
3D,
SNES
great.
to 3D
Yep.
made sense and
Perfect.
it worked.
RBI Baseball, which is insane because the transition wasn't, NES to N64. It was NES to Xbox One, and it
Yeah,
just sucks.
no, yeah.
Like that's terrible.
That's quite the jump.
yeah.
Was it the same studio? Maybe
I think it was. They're like, shit, we don't know how to do this.
they pulled a bunch of guys out of
What's
retirement.
a Z-axis?
They had a contract for 2 games, and they finally cashed it in like 15 to 20 years later.
That was good. That was a
RBI
great choice.
Baseball.
I'm not gonna be.
Can
able
you top that?
I'm not gonna be able to top that. But all right, mine is Donkey Kong Country. Obviously,
So wait,
Donkey Kong 64.
DK64?
No, Donkey Kong 64 is a fantastic game, great game, translated really well. But it has nothing to do with. It's just the Donkey Kong Country original games, I feel like, are so much better than Tropical Freeze or anything like that. Like, I get that they're
Well,
also side scrollers, kind of,
I
but
wouldn't
like,
call them 3D. I know what you mean
Yeah,
by
I,
it.
you know,
I
but
don't
I
wanna
was
call those
talking-
3D at all.
I was thinking
No?
like Super Mario World to 64
okay,
is like that's a good example of one, or like
Right.
Ocarina of Time
yeah, I guess it's not
versus
too,
Link to the Past.
It's not too much 3D. You're right there.
So all right, everyone agrees
yeah.
George loses.
Yeah, that may have been the
It's
worst
3D,
choice.
but it's
Um,
just-
yeah,
it plays
yeah.
like a
Do you have a
3D.
quick rebuttal of a real one? That
I'll
works,
take
or
I'll
no?
take one. No, go
Okay.
ahead, go ahead.
So I think that one of the worst ones, and I've played damn near every NES version of it, except for I have played every version, and or every iteration in the series. But Castlevania on N64 is probably one of the worst N64 games I've ever played. You ever
Is
tried
that the
it?
one
That-
you can lock yourself in?
You what? You can what?
I'm.
You might be confusing it.
right?
It's the one with the no music and the Frankenstein monsters with chainsaws.
Yeah,
And skeletons riding motorcycles, and you play as Carrie and Reinhardt. And then eventually in the other one you catch up to a werewolf in it. It's weird. But I played the fighting game. That's the only reason why I know the characters. The Castlevania fighting game on the Wii,
Mhm.
which is the weirdest collaboration of stuff. But it's just that game series. I feel like it didn't get a good release until I want to call it Lords of Shadow. Is that the one? I know Sam will know. Lords of Shadow, is it the 360 one? PS3?
I mean, that sounds right. I don't know. I don't
Sounds good to me.
Castlevania.
I don't either.
Doesn't Castlevania?
I don't even Castlevania. I don't Castlevania past Castlevania 4. Although Symphony of the Night, a little bit. I'm not too hung up on that game. Everyone seems to love it. Did you think of one?
Nah, you
No?
know, I can't
come to you?
really, like, I guess, like,
What about Pac-Man?
Pac-Man's pretty...
Pac-Man's
pretty-
probably up there. Just
Pac-Man's
because
really
they
bad.
turned it into this really cash-in style.
I like
Where they
it.
just they turned into a
But it
party
could have been
game.
Yeah.
any other character
Although-
but Pac-Man.
Yeah. Although the newer Pac-Man games, like the Championship Edition, that was awesome.
All right, I'm going to actually... All right, I know what I'm picking now.
Like, what about fighting games?
I'm going to pick a game that I was thinking about picking for the next segment, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like,
Oh, they're 3D
yeah,
fighting,
they're 3D
fighter ones?
fighting games.
Some
Were
of them just
such
don't-
poor button mashing games.
Yeah.
That just like were not, and I bought them, but they were just not good versions of Dynasty Warriors, as opposed to
Dynasty Warriors.
the really
but
good
Ninja
games
Turtles, that
like
would be a
Turtles in
bad
Time, and
crossover.
yeah, exactly. That would be really bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think that's pretty bad. That might be up there.
Ninja
actually,
Turtles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I think better than the last.
That's good,
choice.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. All
yeah.
right.
Oh, good. All right. We're done with that.
Yeah, I think that was
That was fun.
significant.
That was fun. Let's have more fun and
All right.
argue,
yes.
because this
Ooh,
is
arguing.
this is highly debatable here.
Here we
This
go.
is our favorite couch co-op game
Ooh, if
that we
sa-
want to get into.
If we said it was the best couch, then
if
it'd be
it was
more
the best,
fighting.
then yeah. So it's
So
the,
let's make it the best. The best.
the
yeah.
best couch co-op game. But let me explain it to everyone before someone gives me a wrong answer like George did.
Thank you.
Even though it's his opinion, but it's wrong.
It was wrong.
These,
I agree.
These are games that have some kind of cooperative story mode to it, not like
like
not like Mario Kart or Mario Party.
yeah, like
Like not competitive only multiplayer
right. They have to have some
There's
kind
some
of
kind of
adventure
co-op.
mode. Yeah. Okay.
co-op mode.
Okay.
So like stuff like Halo is fair game,
Yep.
even though it has a multiplayer mode.
But in a co-op mode.
Yeah, it
right,
had a
but
co-op
it, but
mode.
it had
so,
yeah. Okay.
so that makes it allowed.
All right,
it gets
so
the pass.
Let's start with Trevor on this.
Oh,
one.
Trevor's
All right,
involved.
Trevor's
Yes,
involved.
I
in
have
this,
one.
Yeah.
Do you have a bad game that translated from 3D, or we're done with that?
I was gonna say Sonic, but it was already said.
okay.
Okay, good.
So good. All right. What's your one for this?
I would say Castle Crashers.
Okay.
Castle Crashers is a
Castle
really good
Crashers.
one.
That's
Yeah.
pretty fun.
That
If
is
you
a-
have
pick.
4 people on a couch playing that game, it is some of the most fun you will have with an indie title ever.
Okay. I like that one. I mean, I
Yeah,
have no
that's
problem.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that game. That's
Like
pretty
it
fun.
had everything.
Why are we agreeing? We're supposed
Yeah,
to
we're
argue.
supposed to not agree. I mean, he
This is
said
supposed to be the argumentative. Trevor,
Not-
you're wrong.
I don't think it's the best.
Bad.
Best.
All right.
No, I
Not
wouldn't
the-
call it. I would not call it the best.
It can't be the
It's
best. 'cause
definitely
It
a
would not.
better.
It would not be my favorite.
It's an
Okay.
It would
indie
not be
game,
my
so
choice.
it can't be the best.
Clearly.
Facts.
Yes. All right.
All right.
Who now? Sam, Benny, one of the two. Benny starts
goes
with a
first.
B, so B is before S. Benny.
These were bananas.
B is for
See,
bananas.
you said favorite, and then you said best. So I'm not gonna have to.
All right. Whatever
Change
one
my
you want to
answer.
pick.
I mean, I was gonna say favorite would have to have been
You can say both. I
Donkey
guess.
Kong Country 2, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I never really
best?
played that co-op.
Nah.
That was really good co-op. It was awesome.
Who's any Jira?
This is great. I could just troll everybody. Actually, I enabled everybody to be able to troll
Donkey
everybody.
Kong-
I.
Country 2
You know
is
what? It's
really
better
good.
that I don't do that. Donkey Kong Country 2, but
That is
you see,
really
that's
good.
that's
I'm
one
gonna-
where
I'm
it's
gonna-
like you have
the
to
thing is-
swap to do that.
When I say
No,
right?
best,
Yeah,
You both
Do you?
don't.
I'm
You
looking
both
for
don't
it.
play at the same
tag,
time.
It's tag team.
Does
like,
that count? Is there a flag on the
yeah,
play?
you press select and then you tag team. But like,
I
it was
don't have a
difficult
flag
for
to
me
throw, but
because
I might
if
throw one
the
anyway.
other person was terrible, I had to like carry that person through the level.
go ahead.
It was great.
No one will see it.
Across the-
Flag on the play. Not allowed.
it doesn't qualify. Both players cannot.
Both players not playing at the
They
same
cannot
time.
interact at the same time. That is
Doesn't count.
Unallowed.
Unallowed. Okay, I'm doing a little
Second
research,
down.
and I couldn't remember if Left 4 Dead 2 had local multiplayer, local split screen.
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead or Left 4
Yeah,
Dead
Left 4
2.
Dead. I know Left 4 Dead
Silent-
2 had split screen for 2 players on the Xbox 360. Confirmed.
Okay. I played a lot of PC, so that's why I was trying to bring that up.
I
but
played it
couldn't
on
remember.
PC, but I don't know if you can do split screen. I know you could play co-op, but not split screen.
Now we have a flag.
Oh, there we go. Okay, we got
Yeah, now we do.
flag on the play. I'll hold on to this for the next flag that we need to do, and you have to throw it back to me. Sam, did you ruminate? Did you
Well,
come
I
up with
wanted
something?
Sam to go first because you kind of screwed up my answer.
Well, sorry,
sorry.
David,
I mean-
but Trevor got to go first, so you had plenty of time to think about it. Yeah.
I mean,
the
you
mean-
guys all guessed my
in the
answer before the
meantime-
show
Yeah,
even
actually, we.
started.
In the meantime, I
picked
would say
Sam's apart.
call in, leave us a voicemail with your favorite couch co-op game. and we'll play the
wow.
voicemails live.
Do-do-do-do.
We've got the technology.
What is this, Fish Center?
Oh my god! I wish there are no
Best show.
fish tanks down here.
Yeah, there
Best
should be.
show.
All right, Sam, you can talk about it. We're still
All
gonna
right,
say
Yeah,
so,
Sam.
so
You're still
my,
wrong.
It still has to
my
be
favorite
your petition for the
couch
best.
co-op game is Gears of War 2.
Now,
And you're wrong.
tell us why you're not wrong. Go ahead.
I mean, find me another game where you can chainsaw through aliens, subterranean monsters. I don't know.
Things. And
Yeah.
Stuff.
Things and stuff.
Or
Mostly
Mostly
stuff.
or
Mostly
just
stuff.
absolutely demolish
Bugs.
their skulls with a curb stomp
Okay.
next to your buddy so you can high five him.
That's kind of cool, actually.
I can't think of a game where you can do that.
I cannot think of another game where you could do either of those things. Saints Row, can you curb stomp people?
At this point, I'm surprised that you can't, but I don't think you can.
Wow.
Does their head turn into red mist if you can?
That's
No, I
certainly
don't
does
think so.
not. No.
You could shoot him with a dubstep gun. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty close.
But all right. You're not.
I mean, it's a lot of fun. The story of Gears, I mean, it's not the greatest story in the world, but it's pretty good, especially if you read the novels. They add a lot of context. They're pretty awesome.
the end is super lame though.
Of 2?
Of 2, yeah.
I didn't play 2.
Yeah.
I played 1 and Judgment.
The game's like
Quite a gap.
The game can be kind of challenging until the end. The final boss of 2 is actually the easiest part of the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, the final boss is a little
It's like really easy.
disappointing.
It's like, oh man, this is gonna be so hard, and they're just like,
You
oh, here.
get to ride a Brumac.
Yes, you do. This is all right.
Wait, winning right there. You get to ride a Brumac.
No, we're winning right here because if you're not watching the stream right now,
We
you
have
won't ever
fish.
know this. But
It
this
Fish
is
Center.
Fish Center Live.
You
Benny,
could call in at
Benny-
513 Gen Game.
call it the Fish
We'll be.
Benny and
This
Sam
is
were over
this is Skipper the
Fish-
Turtle here.
Oh
he's
my god! Can we?
he's
can we
running
play,
a great score
can,
right
can
now.
we play Coin Quest on here, please? This is just.
That would be amazing.
This is great. Just put some coins on the screen and we're
too many
set.
fish, dude. This is a
Wow,
lot of free agents here. In
yeah,
the,
they're all
in the deep blue, if you know what I mean.
They're all very similar. I don't know how to scout them exactly, but
What are we gonna name the turtle there?
that I don't. Yeah, we're not sure. I guess call in with names for the turtle. Ask if we should kill him. We can't, but we could. We could want to, but oh
There it
god.
goes.
All right, get a chainsaw.
All right.
For one of those guys.
So Gears of War 2, the best? No, I'm not a Gears fan.
But it was your opinion, so it's wrong.
Yeah, so it's wrong. George, what?
Oh,
give
here
us
goes
your
my
wrong
wrong opinion. Okay, so I think Benny thought that I was gonna say Donkey Kong Country 2, but I won't say that because I wasn't going to, and because it's wrong. We know that there was a
Yeah,
flag
it's
on the
not
play.
really-
It's
yeah.
not illegal
It
decision.
was a legal move.
Not an illegal
reversed.
choice. I'm going to pick my favorite couch game. I don't know if it's the best, but Kirby's Dream Land 3
Oh,
was a blast.
Wow.
Was a lot of fun. It was one of the better games for SNES where two players could play simultaneously as different characters, where one character wasn't dependent on another character like Donkey Kong Country. GUI wasn't dependent on you as Kirby. And it was one of the first games where you could warp to the other character whenever you wanted to.
yeah, to prevent the whole like getting
Screen-
too far apart
Yeah.
and screen.
Yeah, so
moving and
so
all
whenever
that.
you wanted to, I forgot what button it was, but as GUI you could just warp to Kirby, and yeah, it was cool. Between those two characters and the other playable animals you could use, the hamster was a lot of fun.
The fish guy.
The fish guy.
Yeah, and the
Game-
bird. I think there was a bird.
I think
I
there
don't
was a
remember.
bird.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking of the Game Boy game. That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh, I haven't played in so long, but it was great, and yeah, that's my choice. It's probably wrong, but
probably
at least
wrong,
it's
but
a
it's
legal
definitely wrong.
But it's
choice.
close to mine, which is the right answer.
Okay, all right. Well,
Which is Kirby Superstar.
ooh, I was
just clearly-
close. Okay,
Clearly, Kirby Superstar is the greatest Kirby game in the world because it's for the Super Nintendo, and there's like 12 games in one, and you can do anything in that.
Yeah.
You can do, I forget all the names of them. Spring Breeze. Let's try to name all these. Spring Breeze, Revenge of Meta Knight, Dynablade, the Samurai one, Samurai Kirby, Gourmet Race, Milkway Wishes, which is the last one, and the Great Cave Offensive. I think I got them all.
that was pretty good.
I don't know if I did, but I played the balls off that game. And it's clearly superior to Batman Forever because that was another
yeah,
Super
'cause that was
Nintendo
just
game.
not
But the one I was
but-
thinking of first was Medal of Honor Rising Sun because that was the first Medal of Honor game where you could
Yeah.
play co-op
that was really
in the
good game,
story.
actually.
That was
and
really
that was
fun.
really good.
Yeah.
I love that game.
What about
Back
just
when
like,
Medal of Honor didn't suck.
What about like
Pretty
Army
much,
of,
yeah.
Army of Two?
I never played Army of Two.
Is that
The first one was fun.
Yeah. I mean that game is made for co-op, so like
I was,
It kind of went downhill after the first one.
right.
I was thinking Medal of Honor Rising Sun, and then right after that, Star Wars Battlefront. Because you could play those together,
That's a
split
pretty
screen.
good
I
one.
did spend a lot of time
Yeah.
on that. Also, the space shooters, Gradius, Darius Twin, those were fun. Gradius 2, or Gradius 3.
Could-
Gradius 3 was
You
the,
named
the
a
better
good one. You named a good one before the show with Lolo.
Yeah, Adventures of Lolo.
Adventures of
yeah.
Lolo is
NES games, it's like there's hard to find good co-op ones. Is this GTA or is this Payday that we're watching behind here?
GTA.
Ah,
I think okay. We're getting
what is
super
this your
sold.
pick?
I mean, is that a fish? What is
No.
he wearing on his face?
I don't know.
Is this a heist?
It is.
This is a live heist we're watching?
No.
PS heists work.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's
Just
some
disregard
news
what's
for you.
going on.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay,
Alright.
so let's get into the fun bit. I think we can close out the discussion.
Yeah.
I win, you all lose. 3 gold
I mean, I
stars awarded
think
to
you
myself.
and
Points
George
awarded
were
to
both
Kevin.
wrong.
Wow. All right.
'Cause-
How were we both wrong?
We both.
I mean, obviously Kirby games aren't good enough to have convinced me to ever play one. So you're both wrong.
Your
You
opinion
didn't-
is irrelevant.
You didn't own a Nintendo console.
Yeah, that's true.
I did own a SNES for a short period of time.
Yeah, and then your mom.
Did you own
told
Kirby
you to give away
Superstar
from-
on it?
Yeah. Did you own
Probably not.
Yoshi's Dream? What's called Yoshi's Island? Because if you didn't, then I don't know what you're doing.
That was a fun game.
Yeah, that was a really good one. Also
Yoshi Down
multiplayer.
was.
All right.
Yoshi's Island? I never played that multiplayer.
Hold on.
Super Mario World
Time I
2,
played, it's just a
correct?
great game.
I don't believe that was multiplayer.
It wasn't. It's still a
While
great game,
George
though.
while George looks that up, let's cover all the news.
Oh yeah, Super Mario World 2. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
that
yeah.
was not-
which was called Yoshi's Island.
Yes, so it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
not
yeah.
co-op though.
Uh,
So while George looks that up and gets totally stumped,
Oh.
we're gonna go over the news. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and do it really quick, and this is gonna be fun.
Oh God.
This is the one and only time maybe for this segment. Everything that happened in very short time by Kevin O'Rourke. We're gonna go over the news from last week because we missed some because our show unfortunately died and burned in a fire. So
Snowed out.
EA closed Max's studio. It was very sad. Valve and HTC teamed up to make a virtual reality headset that was at PAX. They also released the Steam Link, or announced the Steam Link, which is some cool little gadget. Lets you stream games to it at 60 hertz, 1080p. Blizzard introduces WoW tokens, so you can pay gold to...
Yep.
So pay gold for your subscription?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, good. I got that. Metal Gear Solid 5 got a release date. I don't know what it is because someone didn't put it here.
September 1st.
September 1st. Thank you, Sam. Steam redesigned their controller. That was part of the PAX reveal. So they redesigned it again. It's got like 3 analog buttons. It looks kind of cool. Sega is leaving the console market. We have more about that coming up in the show. Super Mario 64 has been speedrun in 7 minutes. That's freaking incredible because I think the tool assistant speedrun was like 5 minutes and 2 seconds. Super duper fast. Rock Band 4 was announced for the Xbox One and PS4 and not for the Wii U because, yeah, Sam totally called it. 1 gold star awarded, Sam. You're welcome. And they're
We
trying
don't just
to
give those away.
Yeah, no, those don't go away very easily. And
So how many points is Sam up to?
Sam's got like 4.
I think he's got.
Is that 4?
Kevin just gave himself 3 before. So
I
that's
got
pretty
3,
good.
so I'm at like 1,000 now.
I haven't been muted yet from around the horn, so that's good.
You know, we're gonna have. I have something very special to show you later in the show.
All right, I'm excited.
All right, I'm gonna finish this up. 2 more. Well, no, 1 more.
One more.
Rock Band 4, whatever that was announced. Yeah, yada yada. And
Oh, this
then
last one's-
League of Legends adds a reward for players who play with pre-made groups, encouraging people to not go solo and then drop out and then ruin their whole game for people.
Also, it sucks and it's about to end. So
Yes.
yeah, we could just okay.
Oh, they're
So
getting
that
rid of
was
it?
that was
Yeah, it's
news
only
in
2
very
weeks.
short
Oh,
time.
okay.
Good
Thank
wo-
you.
good
You
wo-
missed one.
That was the.
I didn't miss one.
Did.
No, I didn't. What did I miss?
Fill it in, Sam.
Go ahead.
Unreal Engine 4
Oh, yeah.
is now free for developers, and Source Engine 2 was officially announced, which will also be free for developers.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
There we
okay.
go. That's last week's
That wasn't
podcast
that wasn't
you
that
missed
important.
because we didn't record it. But it didn't exist because
Which-
this is this podcast.
Which just goes to show that I could read the whole podcast in about 3 minutes, make it funny,
wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
and we'd still enjoy it. So I just
All
saved
right.
us about like
About
2.5
30
hours
minutes.
of work.
30
minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what.
And in order to cut more time out of the show, we're not going to take a break for 2 minutes because we don't want to.
Normally on this segment of Around the Horn, we would have a cut and
We'd sit out for 2 minutes,
and a
catch our
2-minute
breath.
commercial break.
But we're not doing that this
Yeah.
week because
This is Fish
'cause
Center Live,
reasons. This is
and they
Fish
don't have
Center.
commercials.
So we'll get right into the news for this week,
All right.
which is some cool stuff, and we'll slow it down a little bit. I'll catch my breath. Titanfall, big news with Titanfall. They're giving away DLC for PC players, Xbox One and Xbox 360 for free. You will get the DLC for free. It's part of their 1-year anniversary.
I'm excited to get my Titanfall
Stuff.
DLC.
I bought it all.
Does anybody still
Oh, my
play it?
God.
Yeah, I bought the season pass when I bought the game because somebody convinced me that it would be worth it. Cough, Trevor.
I have a season pass, but it wasn't for that game.
Does anybody still play Titanfall?
I played it the first day I got it.
I'm sure a lot of people will be playing it now because
Yeah,
the
free
DLC is
DLC.
free.
Yeah. I mean, it gets you back into it, and that might get you excited for the next bit of news.
Which is the fact that they
Officially.
said that a Titanfall sequel is happening, which we kind of knew because I think someone slipped it way before and said something along the lines of, "Yeah, we're gonna do it because it sold well."
But now that
But now it's totally, definitely confirmed, 100%.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
They confirmed they had the contract for the sequel like a month after the release.
Well,
But they didn't say it was gonna
But
happen,
they didn't say it was going to happen.
and they still don't have a title for it. So it might be Titanfall 2, Might be Titanfall Origins or something else that a AAA company would do.
Titanfall plus a storyline that we can enjoy.
Ooh.
Yes.
Probably not.
No,
No.
from
But they
the,
could name it that.
from the blog post on the Titanfall site,
Yeah.
they did say that they're going to try and not catch people in between, the guys that are going for something with single player versus the people that are only going for multiplayer.
Bless you. That's good. Maybe they should just go
Bless
for
you,
the
Billy.
only multiplayer and try to make it somewhat competitive.
Yeah.
A little bit too casual. In fact, before we were talking about Nightfire and how we
Yes,
enjoyed the
and how the
Nightfire
bots.
multiplayer more than the Titanfall multiplayer because of the bots.
Yeah, but the bots,
But the
even
bots were
so,
just
the
as
bots
bad,
were
yeah.
dumb.
But that was GameCube
Because they would
bots.
shoot,
This
they would
isn't-
shoot rockets into the walls like they were pistols.
Yeah, this isn't 2014 bots that just like stand still and let you just kill them.
Just say, like, if they want an example of a multiplayer-only game that was successful,
Brink. Oh, wait.
Shadowrun on the 360.
Shadowrun
Or,
on the 360.
How about
yes.
the game
How about-
Counter-Strike?
Or how
Or
about the
Counter-Strike.
game that's only multiplayer and is successful? Call of Duty.
Yeah, right, yeah. I heard they
uh,
were putting Kevin Spacey in the game. I never saw him in multiplayer.
I
See some kind of character skin?
Is he really? No. Oh, I was going to say,
Maybe.
that'd be great.
I
I heard there's a
no
campaign in
idea.
that game, but I've never played
I
it.
never played the
I don't-
Advanced Warfare.
Oh,
one.
dude,
never
I
played
haven't
any
played
of them.
Advanced
Okay.
Warfare all the way through, but some of the Call of Duties have pretty awesome campaigns, man.
I still have to finish Ghosts. Oh,
Never-
no, I did finish
never-
Ghosts.
never-
It sucked.
I've never played them. I just
Yeah,
watched
Ghosts
them.
suck.
I've
Black
watched...
Ops 1,
The ending to
Pretty
Ghost
sick.
was just bad, though. Like,
Yeah.
that bad guy. He is Rourke, though, which is cool. I like
But he's
that
not
his last name.
O'Rourke.
He's not O'Rourke. He's just Rourke.
Yeah.
But I think
He's
that's
not
kind of cool.
Irish.
That dude could, you could hit that guy with a train, which they did. You could shoot that guy in the face, which they did. You could drown that guy in a train, which they did. And he would still get up because he's Irish and he's tough.
There you go.
And it's also a video game and it's Call of Duty, so maybe he was just regenning health. That's their explanation for it.
It's true.
So the next bit of news came to us a little while ago, actually. Terraria Otherworld was announced. We have a new trailer. I don't know if we can play that trailer.
If George can bring it up, we can bring it in.
We can try to play that trailer. This shows a little bit more than just what was happening in the first trailer, which was pretty much just quick fades to black and not really a lot of gameplay. But this actually shows some stuff. I gotta say, it looks a heck of a lot better than the first Terraria game.
Is there volume? Or
Yeah, there's volume.
I hear it in my ears. Of course there's volume.
it's like really low.
Well, you're really low. So it seems like it's going to be more of like an exploration game. I think the coolest bit about it, though, is the part that's coming up right after this. Just tower defense stuff. Oh, no, I lied. It's a little bit later.
I think
There we
looking
go.
at this,
Towers.
Terraria looks definitely better than Starbound.
Big time. And they said that they're not doing early access for it. Relogic will be launching the full game. They're not trying to do a Starbound
Good.
repeat.
Good.
What's neat about this is you see these towers defending these guys that are punching their fists together like Machamp getting ready for a fight. These are what I'm assuming are purification towers, which you defend, and they help purify the world from corruption and I want to say hollow that also spreads in the Terraria world. So looks awesome. Definitely keep it on your radar. The trailer looked really cool. I'm definitely gonna drop down some cashola for it.
Good old cashola.
Cashola. Cash money. I
Cash
just find
money.
it spewing out of my backpack right before the show
Sure.
starts.
It's true. Kevin's buying
Um,
beers later. He doesn't know.
The beers
Well, he
beers
knows.
are on me, gentlemen. Cold root beers all around. How about cold ones? Benny, I'll mail it to you. It'll show up in 3 hours.
I think
Or-
we're good. We got plenty of booze here. We're set.
But you don't have enough root
But
beer.
you don't have enough root beer. Sam, I'll send you a root beer too.
There you
Oh,
go.
thank
one
you.
one root beer awarded to everyone.
Excellent.
Chalk that up.
Add that to the list.
Chalk that
please.
one up on the list. What?
So
please,
is that 1 point to everybody?
please
Or?
don't.
That's a root beer though.
It's a root beer to everyone.
I
Well,
don't know.
we'll track that on the
I
side.
don't know how many points that's equivalent to. Yeah.
One root
It's not
beer is
to any
equivalent
points, It
to.
just makes everyone feel better. About
There we go,
themselves.
yes.
There you go.
I got to rip there.
Everyone likes root beer.
All right.
All right, so George, I'm going to let you take this next news because I don't know anything about Hearthstone.
All right,
And you seem
well-
to be the Hearthstone aficionado here,
Not so much, but
but you do know what's
You
going
definitely
down.
are.
there is a Blackrock Mountain expansion coming out for Hearthstone, and some new cards were released. They seem kind of irritating if you're me and don't like warriors. You've got a new 4-mana 2/5 called Axe Flinger that whenever it takes damage, deals 2 damage to the enemy hero. It's pretty frustrating. You've got some new cards that free up your overload. So if normally you'd have locked mana crystals for your turn for overload, you can play new spells that unlock those crystals for your next turn, such as Lava Shock, which is the newest one. It's a rare. It's 2 mana, 2 damage, and says unlock all of your overloaded mana crystals. So that's pretty good. We've also got some new pictures of the mobile version of the game, which look really good. I mean, this is just straight Hearthstone and mobile. I don't know if we can pull this up, but
Yeah, I could probably
pretty
bring
much.
it up.
I mean, it looks great.
Looks pretty cool.
I don't know how much I'd be playing it on mobile, but
I'd imagine it would be pretty fun on an iPad, though.
yeah,
Oh, it's tons
yeah,
of fun on
it's-
an
it's
iPad.
great on iPad.
What's pretty crazy is that if you're into going to hobby stores where you can play card games,
yeah,
you could bring your iPad and play against other people in Hearthstone with your iPad.
that's true. That is pretty cool. So with that, we've got those cards, a few new dragon cards, some other stuff you can check out on your own. But basically, new Hearthstone expansions coming out. The only cards released right now are Soulbound Warrior cards and a few dragon cards. Also, the one Shaman card.
So do you think these are going to be major deck restructuring cards, or they're going to just
so
fit
far,
well into other stuff?
So far, it looks like 2 of the cards we'll see playing constructed, maybe 3. The rest, we'll see plenty of play in Arena, which is fine. That's half the cards are made to play in Arena. They're not, they don't all have to be like insane bombs for constructed. But yeah, they seem like they're pretty cool. I don't know all of the flavor and the lore behind it, but it looks cool. I don't know, Benny. Do you?
The designs look cool.
Yeah.
I do have a quick clarification. This isn't an expansion; it's considered an adventure. Expansions
Oh, okay,
have like
yeah.
hundreds of cards.
Right.
added.
Expansions.
Yeah,
are
this seems just like a
it's more
handful of
for
cards.
Single player,
Yeah.
It's like
challenge
Curse of
kind of
Next
thing.
Round.
It's like yeah.
and then they add a bunch of cards that you unlock through the adventure mode.
Right.
So,
Including like a bunch of legendaries, right?
at least 4 or 5. They said 18 new class cards.
Right.
So each class will get 2 new cards for themselves, which is probably pretty much the only reason to get the adventures to get more class.
You got the class card. Yeah.
Same reason you get Naxxramas. There's a couple of cards like Sludge Belcher which are really valuable, but other than that, you want your class cards from the challenges. So
Kel'Thuzad.
Kel'Thuzad.
is a Naxxramas card that's used pretty often.
my ex I think is a valuable card. Too, in my opinion.
Even Zombie Chow is like
Yeah.
a staple, and you need it in Naxxramas.
Benny also called this "give credit where credit's due."
Mm.
Him and I were
It was
discussing.
Are we
obvious.
awarding
they were,
points
they
for
were
that?
teasing it. I'm like, it's got to be Blackrock Mountain. It's just
Yeah.
These
the
points
only
aren't awarded just willy-nilly.
place.
You're trying to give gold stars away. You got to earn gold stars.
I mean, him and I were discussing it last week, like a couple days before it got announced. We were talking about what the next adventure would be, and he was saying it was either going to be Ice Crown Citadel, but he thought it would probably be Blackrock Mountain.
Iceguard Citadel it didn't make sense with the other stuff they were talking about with the new card back and mentioned something about Ragnaros, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I hate Ragnar.
Now, here's a question from a novice, and by novice I mean doesn't play the game
Okay.
at all.
Yeah.
Do the Hearthstone cards only correlate to stuff from World of Warcraft?
Yes.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
all
Not the earlier Warcraft games, or are they still related?
Just
World of
just
Warcraft.
WoW.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft, so
I mean,
It's all of Warcraft.
So
There's
we're
some
not.
pretty
It's
old
not like
characters in there.
the MOBA, something of the
Dota?
something.
Heroes, no, it's not like Heroes of the Storm.
Heroes of the Storm, where there's a bunch of Blizzard
No, it's
characters.
not-
in
it's
there.
not a
Oh
crossover.
no,
We're not
no,
gonna see
no.
a Diablo Hearthstone. Maybe
No.
that'd be cool though.
That'd be
Separate
such an,
game with
That'd
Diablo
be such an
cards.
imbalanced card game
No, it
if
would.
you had everything.
But here's the other thing too: with all these expansions that are coming out, will it will it throw off the balance of the game?
Oh, of course it will.
I mean, yeah, there are going to
Absolutely.
be.
So are we going to see like sets come into play where it's like, oh well, you can only play with like these legacy cards or something? Because that's what happens with all these card games.
Oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh got bloated like crazy. Pokemon is a completely different trading card game now. Magic is willy-nilly anything goes.
the thing.
Right?
I wanna
Those cards
say-
are being made for years.
I
I know this is a relatively new one,
this game's
but
still very new.
is it going to crawl into that territory soon with all these expansions?
I don't know if they could necessarily ban cards. They could limit cards, maybe. Maybe if there's some card
Can they patch cards?
They can.
yeah, they can. They've
have
patched
they
cards.
patched
They have
cards?
patched
They can easily
patch cards
patch
before.
cards
Yeah,
out and balance
That's
them, so-
ridiculous.
That's
See,
the cool
that's
thing about
that's
this
a plus
card
thing,
game,
though.
right?
You can do that. Like you couldn't
Yeah.
recall all cards. You just had to set rules for things.
Yep. Yeah, cards have been patched before. So
Like
That-
back when this game was still in beta, like Pyroblast was what 8 mana
I think so.
before, and now it's a 10 mana mage card.
This
I
is
remember
just
when that
that
was a thing.
good.
Like, and there's situations where like I didn't buy Naxxramas, the first adventure, right? And I run up against people that have bought it and therefore have cards that I don't have,
Yeah, well, you have to get it.
and it gives them an advantage because, buying that is you're basically paying for like four legendaries that you get from Nax, right?
Yeah, I mean, and commons
It's $20
that
for
you
the whole
need,
thing.
too.
Yeah,
it's
for
20,
Nax. It's
$20,
25 for Blackrock Mountain. Now.
You also have to beat
Yeah.
the game too. Like you don't just actually buy the
Yeah.
cards; you have to like win,
Oh,
which is
Yeah, but
somewhat
I mean-
challenging.
Pretty-
and,
pretty
and then
easy.
pay for them.
No, you pay for the chance to win the cards, but like it's not that
Well,
hard.
it's not a chance. It's
It's-
just you have to win.
You have to grind it, yeah. And
Okay.
some of the boss battles are actually like not
If
that
it's
easy.
fun,
They're all
then-
RNG.
Yeah.
Like, you
no.
could-
Well, they're just about deck building.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
You
I
know?
find that usually fun
It's
about
kinda
those
cool,
trading
yeah.
card games. I know the Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition Game Boy game that was pretty fun because
But-
it's like you
yeah.
could link cable with people, but it's like the hell will be playing this stupid game with
Yeah.
me? No one.
I was actually playing Hearthstone against my mom before. It was kind of
Oh,
funny.
that's
Really?
pretty funny.
I set up a match between her. I'm like, oh, try playing now because she was having trouble. I'm like, I go over to Matt. I'm like, oh, so how long do you think it's going to take for her to realize that she's playing against me? She didn't realize it.
Wow, that's funny. Did you smoke her?
She beat you.
No, she just disconnected.
Oh, that's
GG.
She's got an
Yeah,
She
iPad
rage
too.
quit.
She has an iPad too. She didn't get her draw. She just hit the home button.
that's
Gotcha.
funny.
The number one card that was nerfed in Hearthstone, Pyroblast was nerfed, but Undertaker, I didn't get
The
to
Undertaker.
I wasn't playing when Undertaker was broken, but it certainly
The
was.
Undertaker?
It's a one, not quite the
From
Undertaker.
WrestleMania.
Not
He's going to be at
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania this year. He's fighting Bray Wyatt.
There's
That's,
your
that's
WrestleMania
unrelated
update.
to
But,
wrestling.
He's a
We
one,
had to throw that in here somewhere.
he's
You're
a
welcome.
1/2 for 1. That whenever you summoned a Death Rattle minion, he got +1/+1. So that got nerfed pretty quickly. He only gets +1 attack. That's been a long time now, but yeah, that's the biggest nerf.
What's your favorite card? I want to keep.
My favorite card.
Last Hearthstone
Your
bit, and
favorite
then we're
Hearthstone.
moving
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
This
we're
is
moving
way
on.
too much.
My favorite Hearthstone card is Mad Scientist. I think the card is extremely broken, and it probably needs to be nerfed. It
Not
does.
as broken as Dr. Boom.
No, it's more broken than Doctor Boom. Yeah,
I don't think so.
It gets you. It's a 2 mana 2/2, so it's efficiently costed, and it gets you everything that you needed when you want it because you have the ability to kill it yourself, and it's just really good. It's a 2 for 1, like on 2 mana instead of a 3 for 1 Doctor Boom on 7 mana. So and you can play 2 of them. So I don't know. That's my favorite card though. Yeah, for sure. I think that's enough.
That wraps
Hearthstone
up
for
the
week.
Hearthstone
Yeah,
before
we
that's
move on,
fine.
the
I have
40-minute Hearthstone
I have
show.
something exciting to introduce to the podcast.
All right. Here we go.
If I direct you to the preview monitor, we now have a running scoreboard.
Oh, wow.
Holy
of
crap.
gold stars
The
since,
gold stars awarded for this
since
show.
69. Episode 69, we have a
Damn.
rolling score.
How does Sam have 4
How'd
when
I-
Kevin
how'd I
has
not-
3?
He
How did I
got
not get
3
the
before and a
purple?
plus. I don't know. I just pick colors at random.
I got none.
Yeah, George, man, you
Me-
got to work hard
Benny.
for these things.
Benny, we're sitting with 0 right now.
Actually, Benny might
thought I
have
got
something
one.
more along
What the
lines
hell
of
is
that.
going
I
on
get
here?
one.
Is Benny in the negatives?
He might actually be in the negatives. I have to run the numbers again. Oh, yep, minus 99.
Oh my God, Benny,
Oh,
you have a
God.
long way to go,
Got some
man.
catching up to do.
Okay,
So
so
we'll check in on
Say
that later in
here
the show.
last
so
month. I kinda like
speaking of numbers that are close to 99,
Yeah?
the Star the Star Citizen client download will be 100 gigabytes or a little bit more, which is actually pretty close to the number 99. In a blog post on the robertspaceindustries.com website.
I think you meant to say the absolute value of -99.
Yes. Yeah, pretty close to the absolute value of -99. And we see that the client size will be 100 gig plus.
Oh.
That is insane. Plus, that's not even including patching. Do you have the hard drive space to handle that? Not a lot of people do.
That would fill my solid state.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy too. If you think the average, what's the average solid state?
Well,
I mean, they're up to 256 for most of them now, but if you have a 128 solid state,
That's your entire solid state.
that's your Windows install.
no, you can't even install
You
the game.
can't. Yeah, because I'd say 33 or 36 for a Windows install. And then the 100 plus for the Star Citizen, that's probably just, you can have that on an SSD and that's it.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
So I hope you're out there shopping if you want to play the game. You need to
Get a new hard drive.
get a new hard drive pretty much.
Yep.
That's
I thought that was a cool little bit. Maybe they'll optimize it between now and launch. So the next bit, this is for you, George.
Oh yeah.
PlayStation 4 is receiving an update. You could update your PS4, George.
Great. When am I
Just,
getting one?
Sam, you got to send that
Sam,
thing
just,
over.
Just plug
And then
that
I can
in,
update it.
plug that in and
No.
update it, Sam.
You need to update yours. That
Yeah,
involves taking
right?
it out of a box.
You need to get up to 2.5. The Yukimura.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's got a name.
I like it. They're
Yukimura update.
Appleizing it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yukimura is a local beach place in. It's a surf spot.
There you
actually. It's
not-
actually
not-
it's actually not. It's
Not
just some
quite.
random name.
Not quite Yosemite.
No. Or
Maybe I'll
Mavericks.
plug that
weed.
in this week.
But some of the features that are coming, I think the big one is the suspend resume feature, which is pretty sweet. I think that's been promised since launch.
Isn't that something the Xbox One had at launch?
Is that something that they had at launch?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
But it's kind of broken.
It works relatively well.
There are some games where like you try to resume and it just does not work.
It's gonna
Like
be the
Madden,
same-
it tries to do that a lot,
It's
and
gonna
you
be
have
the
to
same
just force
thing,
quit
though.
the game.
PS4 is going to be doing the same thing. They said it's not for
Yeah.
all titles, so I think it's safe to assume that not every game is going to work with it, but the first party games will most definitely
The
work
best.
with it.
The best part
Should
of this is
Should work.
the Facebook friend search.
Yeah, I thought that was
That-
kind of interesting.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Could use your share button.
Yeah, because sometimes, you know what happens? It's kind of strange to think about this, but sometimes you have Facebook friends that you don't communicate with. Everybody does. Like, people that have, like, 600 Facebook friends, you obviously don't communicate with 600 people. But there could
Link
be
your
peo-
Facebook up,
there
and
could
then
be-
you
yeah.
see some people that are playing. Maybe
Right.
jump into a Madden game or so.
there could be people on there that you didn't, it's kind of awkward to just, like, say hi to random people that you haven't spoken to in a long time.
Yeah.
But if they were playing a game with you, maybe you
Just
would,
hop into some.
Exactly, yeah.
You
Just
know.
hop in and be like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" What a weird coincidence that
Yeah.
you're on here, and there you go. From there on, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. There's some other neat little features too. I recommend you check out the PlayStation blog
Mhm.
for more details because there's a nice little write up there. You can actually share clips to Dailymotion. That's pretty cool.
That's kind of cool.
That's a website that isn't thrown around too often, right? I feel like
Wait,
Dailymotion is like the ugly cousin of YouTube, but it gets the job done.
Well, it's the French version of YouTube.
Is it French?
For Julie, must be French.
Must be French.
All right,
Ooh, we could put the scoreboard there too.
that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
I
That's
like it.
pretty cool. And
All
you
right,
could
Benny.
you could update the names so that they don't look like
That
just white.
Benny's
You
moved
could
up
read
to
it though. That works.
Benny's moved up to 0 points. He's joined me. He's not
Oh,
at
wow.
the negative 99 randomness. All right.
Yeah, actually, Benny, while you were walking away from the camera, we awarded 99 points. But now that you're back, we might take some away.
Or add some, so I could
or
be
add
the
some.
goat with 0.
Yeah, greatest of all time.
Sorry, I was trying to go for the record. Like
It's all right.
Most negative.
Most negative.
most negative.
Good
I
work.
mean, Trevor went full reality right there, didn't he?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But and actually, yeah, he muted him too. That all
Yeah,
happened.
no,
actually.
he went
That
full
did happen.
reality.
Full that's great.
By the way, it's a new show coming to Gen Game.
There you go. Full reality.
Oh, not
We'll
virtual reality.
We won't get sued for that. Just kidding.
George is hosting.
We will get sued for that. I would love to host.
See,
We already confirmed it. We talked about this.
This
like,
is confirmed. There
we're
you go.
gonna
Can,
go.
can it be the esports version?
It is.
Oh no,
Yeah,
it can't
there's-
be the esports version.
there may be
No.
that show going on at some point, but this show is still going on.
I
so
agree.
let's try and wrap up some gaming news
I agree.
before
I agree with Kevin.
before the turn of the century happens.
Oh, we have another 30 minutes before that happens.
So let's
Is that Benny time or is that...
let's
that's this time.
let's try
Yeah.
and pull up this trailer if you would be so kind.
Got it.
This
Nailed
is
it.
something that was hinted at a little earlier on in the week. The Game Freak team was supposedly creating a game that's published by Sega, and we finally saw that game. And it's just awesome,
Hang on.
and it's a little loud.
Yeah. Keep talking, Kev. We got to fix the audio. Here
Okay,
'cause it got
so this game looks pretty cool. I think that the coolest part about it, though, is that it's a unique character. Tembo. I hope I'm saying that. Jesus.
dirt. Whoop, that
Trevor
was-
has now made the sound louder.
Wow, man! I think my ears. I think I jumped out
Are
of
we
the seat
good
a
now?
little bit
Can I
there.
press play?
you
without
can press
dying?
play now without dying.
All right, here we go. Moment of truth.
Trevor,
coming up.
you're supposed to wear all black
Am I
so you
gonna
blend
die?
into the background.
All right, here we go.
Yes. Okay, that's a little
That's
more manageable.
fine.
So we're talking about Tembo the Badass Elephant, which is being developed by Game Freak, and will be published by Sega. So Sega did move out of the console market, except for their Sonic games.
Yep.
Which I don't see Tembo here dancing around or anything.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Part
could
Commando,
get
all
him.
elephants.
There he
That's
is.
great. It's a pretty cool character.
Yeah, it's funny. It's cute and quirky, and I feel like characters like this don't pop up too much anymore.
Who's riding him? There was a person on him.
I don't know.
Huh. Yo, there's a... What?
It's you.
I guess. I guess I'm a black guy.
You gotta save Shell City from destruction.
This looks awesome.
It just seems cool. Like in the heyday of creative costume, funny characters, you had like Mario, Sonic, all these iconic people, Pac-Man, and like Banjo-Kazooie. And then as time went on, it kind of moved away from that.
And now you've got
Now
Tembo,
you
the
have
badass.
Tembo the Badass Elephant. So maybe Tembo will be the newest Sega mascot. That would be something.
That would be pretty cool.
So expect to see Tembo the
Summer.
Badass Elephant sometime summer 2015 on PS4, Windows, PC, and Xbox One. Strangely enough, no Wii U consideration.
like
there
that,
from
yeah.
from Game Freak.
Well, it's a badass elephant. You
It's
can't say
badass
badass
elephant.
on Nintendo, but
That's
you
right.
could say it on the GenGAMEcast.
You can say it as much as you want.
You could say a whole lot of other words too, but we won't go there.
You
We will
could.
not.
No shit. Oh, sorry. I was saying that you can't say
You can't say
shit. No shit.
No.
No shit.
God. We
okay,
were
so
watching South Park.
we hit
before
our-
this, if you
we were.
didn't,
So the next trailer isn't shit, which which I want to pull up here.
the transitions
this
are
game-
so real.
No, this game is. I'm so looking forward to this game. Trine 3, The Artifacts of Power. This is the announcement trailer from March 2nd, so it's a few weeks past. But if you've played the Trine games, you'll recognize them as 2D side-scrollers with 3D models and such. Now, this game you think, oh, more of the same, indie studio, Frozen Byte. They would make, something similar. It's not. You can walk around in 3D environments and do all these crazy things, and it's more than the 2D side-scroller.
It looks really cool.
It
Like,
looks awesome.
It looks like a proper evolution of the series.
Yes, exactly. And
Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say it seems like a great evolution from like Trine 1 to Trine 2 was a huge jump in graphical fidelity and gameplay and all that, and now I think Trine 3 is going to be like the next logical step, I think.
This looks insane.
But
This looks
you were gonna
really
add
good.
something, Sam?
Well, Trine's like one of the best platformers I've seen in a long time because it adds new gameplay elements other than run and jump, which is nice.
Yeah, I love the puzzle solving aspects to it. and just
Yeah.
the way that the physics system works.
Yeah, like the addition of the physics to the platforming, just like I usually don't play a lot of platformers, but this Trine was one that I enjoyed quite a bit.
And if you haven't played it, you can pick it up for cheaps on the Steam store. I think you can also purchase it on the Humble store for
You
pretty
can
good
also
price.
get it on Android. Trine 2 at least.
Really? I did
Really?
not know that actually. I know it's
Yeah,
available on Wii U. You can play Trine 2 on
Does
Wii U.
Does it run well on Android?
Yeah, it
I
runs.
read about the.
That's
It
surprising.
runs pretty well. You probably need a Bluetooth controller to play it,
I would imagine.
well.
That's
but,
a very complicated game.
But
to
it
be playing.
runs well.
I don't see
It's also
myself.
available with NVIDIA's Grid Play. I have a buddy that I work with bought an NVIDIA tablet, and one of the Grid games he got for free was Trine 2.
That's
We
pretty
were
cool.
like, I was showing it to him at work one night.
You were
You
saying
said
something,
Trine
Benny?
2 is on the Wii U, correct?
Trine 2 is available for Wii U. Yes.
Just a quick note. This is actually announced yesterday that Trine Enhanced Edition will be getting a Wii U release as well. So
I did not.
it's
know
safe
that.
to assume that
Thank you for
Trine
throwing
3 is
that in there.
probably going to be on a Wii U itself. It just hasn't been announced yet, or will be
Yeah,
coming at some point.
There's a teaser site up now. I don't even want to call it a teaser site. It's just trine3.com. It's a more or less just has the trailer and says coming in 2015. So I'm super psyched. Trine 2, I put a lot of time into that. Trine 1 also. Great game, tons of fun. Can't wait. Cannot wait.
So,
But I'll tell you what I can wait for, and what we're gonna
We're gonna
have
have
to wait for.
my PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that's right.
Which doesn't need, which now doesn't need to come in until 2016. So you got some time, Sam. This is why.
Uncharted 4: A Thief's End has been delayed until spring 2016.
Now I'm going to have to wait
is no
even
good.
longer for a reason to hook up the PS4.
or give it to George,
Or just
whichever
give it
comes
to me.
first.
Yeah.
I think this
Yeah,
is
no.
the trailer for it
This is
from E3.
oh, it's a really long trailer.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch a little bit of it.
So it's been delayed. Could check it out on the PlayStation blog. But we'll see it 2016 spring.
Yep.
It's kind of sad. It's a shame because I think the PS4 right now is really in a need for games.
I mean,
And,
this delay is not unexpected, though. They lost like half of their team
Yeah.
leads.
Yeah, the
While it was
team
in
has been
production.
pretty sparse now. Well, I don't want to say sparse, but they lost a lot of talent,
Yeah.
which is a shame because I think now Uncharted is probably the flagship PlayStation 4 experience. Am I right in saying that?
I mean,
It's like
I can
the
agree.
PS4
I think so.
game.
Yeah.
More so than God of War, I think.
Well, I'm confused because I haven't found any locked doors yet in this trailer.
Oh yeah,
There have
Yeah,
been none yet.
There's plenty. They
That's-
just don't show those in the trailer.
Right. You just expect those to be there. That's good. There's a cave. That's pretty cool. It looks.
I don't.
Really,
I don't
really
think we
good.
need to watch the whole
Yeah.
bit.
No.
But you could check that out on the PlayStation blog. There's a link to the video there as well. So let's roll right into the. Actually, the next video is almost. It's a pre-alpha trailer, but it's quite the tease. Cliffy
It's the-
B's new game, Project Blue Street, got a pre-alpha teaser trailer.
I've actually been really excited to see what this game was all
I
about.
just don't know what it's going to be. It looks like it's in some kind of.
Well, it's an arena
uh,
shooter.
Yeah, but where it's based and everything. Like we didn't really know. It seems like it's like futuristic Japan is the best way that I can describe it.
How many pre-alpha trailers exist? This one?
This seems just more like it's almost like a concept one because they just
Yeah.
show some armor on a stand there, some guns, some
Some Korean
some
writing.
kanji. It could be Korean.
I
don't know.
mean, if
It's Japanese to
if-
me though. The styling. and
Cliffy B
everything.
is making it,
Cherry
I mean, it's
blossoms
probably
and all
going to be a quality experience, like he
Well, that's-
generally.
That's the
I'm
idea.
sure, and you know
Yeah.
what? The quality of this looks good. If this is pre-alpha, they put a lot of work into whatever this
A
area
pre-alpha,
is.
yeah.
I'd
Well,
like
the
to see
one
some
thing he
gameplay,
knows
though.
is how
What
to
is-
get the most out of
now,
Unreal Engine.
What is this about?
Since he helped make it.
It's an
It's an
arena
arena
shooter.
shooter.
The game
like
looks very
Quake.
colorful though, so I'm kind of interested to see how it's going to play out
I
as
think
far
there's-
as realism because I don't know. Using this a lot of like this much color in your environment, I almost feel like it's going to be I wouldn't say cartoony, but a little bit less than realistic.
So
He
the
doesn't
last,
make realistic
I
games.
think the last
Yeah.
time we saw that much color in a shooter, it was Brink. Just saying.
Yeah, not the best example.
Just saying, yeah. It's
But
I
I
mean,
feel like there is a genesis
we assume
now
it's
of
gonna
these
be,
games that are
that
popping
kinda-
up everywhere. There's tons of
Yeah.
arena shooters that have been announced and that are coming out, like Toxic. Quake is getting some redo. Oh no, Unreal Tournament. I'm sorry, Unreal
Yeah.
Tournament. Is
Well,
getting
you
can
a-
can
Unreal
actually play it
Tournament.
already.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
You could download and play
you
it.
can play it in 5K or 4K. One
Or
of those.
7.
They did show that off
As
at,
many
at
Ks
PAX and
as you
Steam.
want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all the
Ks. So the next bit of news, we don't need to show this because we'll be here all night. But PAX East was pretty recent, and there was a awesome panel. I really recommend checking it all out on your own time. But the Pillars of Eternity panel was pretty cool. They show off all the characters, or not all the characters, but they show off a good group of the people that you will be traveling around with, and some of the more fun aspects of the gameplay. They go through one of the dungeons. They go and they give the whole demo. It's pretty fun to watch. And this game's coming out on March 26th.
What did
So
you
it's coming
guys? Did anybody else watch stuff?
Yes. What do you what Sam?
What did you guys think about the like storybook stuff that they did? Like, where instead of actually seeing the actions, you
Oh
just kinda,
yeah, it seems like a D&D kind of thing, where it's
Yeah.
or it reminds me a little bit of a text adventure. So basically, what Sam's saying is, when you go into an area, you have these like optional side parts, and you can send a person along. Like it'll say in the demo, you'll see they actually send their healer to dive into a lake and go and like find a thing of treasure. But you give instructions as to what to do. So it's like, Healbot, they call them. Should Healbot, swim further, or should he come back, or should he, dive down and try to grab this vine? And depending on those actions that you pick, they correlate to their skills. So if he has high constitution, I think that's what it was. He had high constitution, so he was able to swim and brave through the strong current and get the gold for you. Otherwise, he wouldn't die. Your characters don't die from it, but they can get like damage negative effects and stuff.
Gotcha.
I think it's cool.
That's
What do you
kinda
think
cool.
about it, Sam? I think it's pretty cool.
I mean, I thought it was interesting. I kind of would have liked to see some of this stuff animated more, but I mean, because like during that, you just see text
Yeah, and you see screens
and like
too.
illustrations.
I think that it's cool. I feel like it's more of a throwback to the D&D players that
Yeah,
people
I mean,
enjoy. But I mean, there's still
Pillars of
plenty of
Eternity is
animated
like-
fights.
Yeah, I mean, this entire game's like D&D, the video game.
That's pretty much what it is. It's like Divinity, in a way.
Yeah.
But I like the systems that are in place. I'm super psyched for the game. I know I'm going to be putting a lot of time into it. It seems pretty cool. It's about, I think, 20 minutes into the video if you want to check out that panel for yourself. Really cool. Really excited for it. I know you guys haven't backed the game and you're not as interested in it, but it seems pretty
seems
cool.
like a
So
cool
maybe
game.
we'll throw that up on the live stream
Okay.
if the stars align and
Say it's
Kevin
not
wants
my
to
kind of
stream.
game,
And I
but,
wanna stream and
it
I'm
looks
feeling
really
it.
neat, though.
seems like a fun game. And Obsidian's making it, so how could it be bad? But I'll tell you what will be bad. This next game, actually, Homefront: The Revolution has been delayed again. I should have grouped this in
I was just
with
thinking that,
Uncharted,
yeah.
but whatever. This game, I'm scared. I feel like it's not going to happen, which is sad, because I feel like this game has seen development hell. Deep Silver picked up the rights to creating the game. I don't know. I just don't know if it's going to happen.
It might not. You might
Because
be
we have
correct.
not seen much about it.
Yeah.
They said, "Oh yeah, it's still gonna happen. We're really excited. We're redoing everything that we can and making sure that we can do it." And then it gets pushed back. Which
They
I feel like
claim-
this game too is like not on everyone's radar 100% of the time. You don't think, "Oh man, I really want that new, Homefront game."
Yeah.
Did anybody else play the first one?
They claim.
I played it a little bit.
I did not.
I didn't get too far though.
No. They claim in their
I mean-
press release that the game's going at full speed right now, or the development's going at full speed for the game.
With who though? Like
Yeah.
the whole team got axed, and now it's a completely different team on the project.
Right.
I mean, the first game had its problems, don't get me wrong. It wasn't exactly the best looking game, and the campaign was pretty short, but it was fun. I know I played a lot of it, the multiplayer. Riggs played a lot of the multiplayer, more than
Yes,
me.
he did. He played quite a bit. I know he did. I always saw him online.
Mm-hmm.
But still better than him.
God.
It's a first person shooter. But
Kinda
it was
like
actually
BioShock.
it was a lot of fun. It was something. The pacing was very similar to Call of Duty, but there were much bigger teams and a lot of different dynamics that weren't in Call of Duty. So it was fun.
Gotcha.
Okay.
It had a lot of the vehicle elements that Battlefield has, except you didn't have to learn how to pilot a helicopter for like several hours before being competent. You like
You
That's my
crash
favorite.
into
That's
the
my
ground.
favorite part of Battlefield.
you could
What,
just like
to just
jump in
grab
a
a
helicopter
helicopter
and
and
be
just
good with
nosedive?
it.
Yeah, just seeing vehicles explode as soon as you get into them. Like, yeah, I guess I'm going into that tree dead.
I got a little, I got a little bit.
There goes
experience
the
with
tree.
that.
Yeah.
The first time I tried to fly a helicopter at Battlefield, when we were playing Battlefield Hardline, I got in, we were taking off, and it was upside down.
And we're done.
never again. Never again.
That's
Oh my
great.
gosh, that's funny. That's so you too, Benny.
And it was upside down. Yeah, this isn't the right way.
I let bubbles dry from now on.
We're
So,
playing inverted. Friends don't let friends play inverted. Okay, so the last bit of news that we have here on the list is PlayStation's first TV show is out.
Yep.
You can watch it. I don't know too much about it, but I know Sam knows more about it than I do.
He's
So
watched
Sam,
an episode of it.
Yes, Sam has actually
I
watched it.
the pilot.
And
What do you think? Is it good?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it's
But
not
you
like
were
super
saying-
high-end production quality, but
Exactly.
like I said, the production quality felt similar to like a sci-fi original series like Warehouse 13 or Haven or something like that. And the story is pretty interesting. The comic book it's based off of is pretty cool. It's kind of centers around like a character. He used to be a superhero. He lost his powers. Now he works for the division of the police department that's like underfunded, undermanned, that's in charge of trying to like arrest the evil people with heroes
Gotcha.
with hero powers, and it's pretty good.
So while we're
They
on
have
the,
a solid cast.
while we're on the subject of superhero shows, because we're never ever going to get a chance to talk about this, and I'll try to keep it quick. How does this stack up to shows like Arrow, The Flash, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and the other one that they just did, that Marvel did? But I don't know what it is.
Tone
Agent Carter.
Agent Carter.
Tone-wise-
Agent
Yeah,
Carter.
It's not really. Okay. Yeah,
So
it's
can-
part of the
can
Marvel
it-
universe. I wouldn't call it superhero show.
Well,
but, yeah.
the real question I'm trying to ask here is does this stand up to those,
Yeah.
or is it just another one that's thrown in the pile?
I don't know. I feel like it stands up next to those pretty well. So the like special effects and stuff is very similar to like everybody's watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know how the CG is kind of like it's pretty
Not the
obvious
best.
and it's kind of cheesy, but it
Yeah.
still works. The special effects are very similar to that. The tone is much grittier, like more on level with like Arrow, where it's pretty dark tone.
Okay.
Is it better than Flash? Because I heard the Flash is actually really bad.
No, The Flash
from-
is
from
really
my sources.
good. I love
Yeah,
it.
The
Really?
Flash
You think
is
Flash is good? Okay, I have.
All right,
Pretty
Benny,
solid.
you got to
Flash-
recalibrate your taste.
Here's
I've
what
got
you
like
got to
12
do,
other
Benny.
shows I keep up to date on. I don't have
Well,
time for another one.
All right, well, I'll just
Okay.
throw this out there, and then we'll wrap up superhero shows for this podcast because
Okay.
I don't think they're too related to games, but they kind of are.
We don't bring
So,
it up often. I haven't gotten
if-
your opinion on it.
Here's
so.
here's some pro tip for you. If you're gonna watch The Flash, make sure that you watch The Flash and the third season of Arrow, because otherwise you're going to be super confused as to some of the characters that pop up in and out of this world. So watch
mean, if you
seasons 1 and
haven't-
2 of Arrow, then watch season 3 of Arrow and season 1 of The Flash, because they mesh together and they have crossovers.
Okay.
And it's
I
really
mean, if
good.
you haven't been watching Arrow, you're doing something wrong
alright.
anyway.
Everyone tells me Arrow's good, and that's probably one I'll pick up. From one of my good sources told me about Flash, there's a lot of plot holes that he has a big problem with. So
There's some
I'm a
stuff
little
that still
skeptic
needs to be
on it.
wrapped up, but we still have the rest of the season to go, so we'll see. But let's wrap things up. I'll give everyone the deal of the week and some free shit because that's what it says. The deal.
Who changed that?
The deal. So this week's deal of the week is the Razer Black Widow Ultimate Elite Mechanical Gaming Keyboard on Amazon. You can pick it up for $90, free shipping.
Pretty
Pretty cool stuff. I'd say it's definitely worth it. It's got a lot of features.
Normally $130.
It's normally quite a bit more expensive. So Definitely.
I know
if
at
you're
least-
in the market for a keyboard, that's
At
one
least
that
2
you can
people
catch
on this
for-
show use one.
Yes, so I'd say it comes recommended. 2 out of 6 Gen gamers agree. 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5 Gen gamers
There's
agree. It's pretty
also,
good.
if you want to save
I
a
don't have
little
it,
bit
so.
more on this, and you don't mind a refurbished one, Woot.com has it actually.
Cheaper.
Yeah, let me actually pull it up.
Okay.
Are they sold out?
Well, Trevor
they keep
pulls that
selling
up.
out on Woot.
I will mention the free stuff for the week. You can play the X series of games on Steam for free for the weekend, and you can purchase those at a very reduced price, 66% off. There's also a few other sales on Steam right now that you should definitely take a look at. Red Faction Guerrilla and Payday 2 is actually on sale as well. So here's the sale on Woot. It's $80.
So $10
For
off.
So that's-
refurbished.
I'd rather get the Amazon one. I think
So
that's a better deal.
90 versus
90
80.
new, free shipping also. So Woot sucks. Amazon's good. Trevor loses.
All sorts of Razer stuff on sale, which is nice.
You gotta go all Razer, man.
Yep.
I need to get a new Razer
That's what I
headset.
do.
I mean, I'm rocking a
Razer
Logitech
everything.
mouse, and I really love it.
We're trying
so.
really hard for that Razer sponsorship right now.
Yep. Come
I've
on.
got
I have a
mouse,
Logitech headset.
keyboard, and the mat.
No.
Okay.
And there it goes.
Just disregard the HyperX headset over here, and we're good.
I want a Razer headset. I don't care.
Okay,
It's gotta be
so
better than my P11s.
I think that about wraps it up for the show. This is the part where I ask everyone to reveal their Twitter handles
Oh,
and
God.
such. So
Starting with
George,
Sam. Oh, George.
starting with Sam. Sam,
Whatever. As long as I go last.
Sam, where can they
Um,
find you on the internets?
You can see right below me at @x_Raven on Twitter. I check that occasionally. On Twitch TV, twitch.tv/cross-eyed_arena.
Benny, where can they follow you on the internet?
You can follow me on the internet on Twitter at NightPhoenix16. I also stream here live on twitch.tv/GenGame. Great Minecraft build off returning on Saturday. We have 2 people.
Oh,
we
it's
have a
been
show.
confirmed.
We took a break, but we're back. It's better than ever.
Very cool. George,
news.
where can they follow
Oh.
you?
Yes, Benny. Sorry, before we... Yes, Benny?
No,
Benny's
I'm
done.
just saying. I took a little time and I contacted a lot of people, but we're good. We have
Benny
a lot
called
of
in a
people
few favors,
doing
if
this.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Hustled
We got
some
a lot of
guys up
signups
for some,
recently,
for some
so-
blocks.
Good. You can find me on the internet at George Picard. That is my name on Twitter. You can find me on League of Legends Noodle Space Bath. Or you can find me on Hearthstone at gold, the letter N, green, number 1412. And,
Okay.
Hashtag 1412.
and there's Kevin.
And I am the host of the Gen Gamecast. My name's Kevin O'Rourke. You can follow me on Twitter at Shabazzle. You can also find me on the show here every Thursday.
There you go. And I guess there's Trevor.
Yeah, there's Trevor
Yeah,
too.
you can follow me on Twitter at the Mags. Occasionally stream over here. Off camera today, but
You
eventually
could wave in front of.
Yeah, I thought you were
going
going to put a camera there.
I was, and then I tripped all over the place. But yeah,
That's
I'm-
You're
Trevor.
sort of there. He is right there.
He's that one.
There's an arm.
Well,
there.
there's his arm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got some of it. That's Trevor.
I mean, I could do one of these. I could just come to George's shot and just kind of sit here. And
That's
that'll work.
that guy.
He's
But
that
that's
guy.
that's the show, folks.
That is
All right.
it for the show. Please subscribe. Follow us on the YouTubes.
Yep.
Gen Game Net on YouTube and
All the
Gen Game on
information is
Twitch
below.
TV.
Yep.
Yes. So
All right.
see you next week.
Sounds good. Giggity.
Giggity.